All right, everyone. Hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I could have said that in the right order, but my brain didn't want to think that way. We hope everyone is super excited for the rematch in the losers bracket semifinals of the DDR tournament, Fanta versus Dotzo. So this is a rematch all the way from the very beginning of the tournament, where they faced each other in the winners bracket. Fanta won the first time and has continued through, whereas Dotso has fought his way all the way to this point, to the losers bracket semis, where they're going to meet again. I'm going to turn it over to our two commentators today, Dobby and Key. And on tracking today, you have myself and Azure. So big thanks and props to our community and other fellow bracketeers coming in and helping with this restream today. So now I'm going to mute, and I have changed scenes. So everything should be okay. Just yell at me when things break. Okay, thanks.
Excited for this rematch. It is going to be a really good match. We can't wait.
And yeah, this one's probably going to be crazy.
These are two very, very skilled players, so it will be a very intense match for everyone. Also, just as we start, it's probably also a good time to mention the spiel, as it's called now. If you are not familiar with DDR, DDR is a glitch rule set between standard and no iron ROM warp that allows for a lot of quality of life glitches while banning some of the most powerful glitches in the game. Notable examples of glitches that aren't allowed are bomb hovering, item manipulation, and wrong warping. But if you follow the link that I will actually type correctly and not misspell it this time, you'll see a full list of the ones that are being too powerful. Additionally, part of the dungeon door requirement name is that they're going to need to enter boss dungeons more or less the intended way, as well as get open boss doors by standing in front of them and pushing A. And also, Shiro, what did you roll? You got shoes and bomb crazy already.
Yeah, I was about to think as we were clearing out some models house that Cookery Frost was going to be barren, but nope. Instead, we get a lovely start.
So this is actually going to be start.
Yeah, this is going to be great, especially for DDR, because as soon as we pick up a shield, which I'm expecting both these guys to do, sorry, Shiro, we're going to be super sliding all over the place. Or pessing, probably more likely.
It's also, we're about time for Keymaker to start complaining, as we have the medallion start, so we're very likely to see them dip Deku. One of the important things for the settings is that where they need to collect one stone in order to access or open Rainbow Bridge, so in order to give access to Ganon's castle, and they need 5 medallions in order to get to Ganon's boss key from the Light Arrow castle. So,
alright, it's looking like Dotso's doing some farming for a shield, and yep, Fanta will be doing the same. So, and I'd expect them to, yeah, like you said, they're probably both just going to run Deku. It makes so much sense for this kind of a start.
And it's even nicer because that means you don't even have to do any garbage of B1 skips. You can just ground them.
Yeah, that makes life a lot easier. So this should be a good rematch. I think last time Fanta won with like a 130 or something crazy like that. So we'll see if we get a Zoomer seed again. Both players picking up a shield and a Deku stick. We're going to use that one Deku stick with a glitch. Nope, we're not going to ISG on Dotso's side. I'm guessing because he has bombs, so he doesn't need it? Oh, nope, he'll do it here.
There we go.
Yeah, a lot of times you see him do it off of Mito there. But we'll get a trick called Infinite Sword Glitch, or ISG, which basically you interrupt a crouch stab with like a Navi text or some other like enemy text. And that makes your weapon constantly attack without, which lets you kind of use the Deku stick without breaking it and farm a lot more. And what was that hint? Inside Ganon's castle something? I missed it. Oh, we'll get it again.
Inside Ganon's castle app. Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. So
will have an item? So if you're not familiar with those kind of hints, they pop up on green with our hint distribution. Those are called path hints, or opportunity hints, or named item hints. We kind of just use all of the terms interchangeably. But those refer. There's a predefined list of items that the DDR community has decided are pretty good, and it's saying that there's one of those items inside Ganon's castle, but it does not care at all about logic. So it could be something that's completely useless to you, or it could be fantastic. There's no way really to know.
I love having you as co-commentator, Dob, because I can just sit here and let you explain everything. It's great. Let you explain all the DDR stuff.
I mean, you already did ISG. I'm like, nice. I don't have to explain that one. Nice.
Yeah, all the glitches I'm fine explaining. All the spiel for DDR, I always what do we what do we allow again? I don't remember anymore. Even when I'm running the game, I can't remember half the rules. So
kind of important, You just don't bomb hover. Don't do any of the other things. You're probably pretty good.
All right, rolling through Deku. Nothing so far, but still plenty of dungeon left. Oh, the Deku nuts.
Got lots of nuts.
Here we go.
And yeah, so as we were mentioning previously, the win condition that we're looking for here is we need one stone, 5 medallions, and then we also need the stuff to beat Ganondorf. So we're going to need bow, magic, and then light arrows. The light arrows, Ganondorf tells us where they are. So that's what we're looking out for right now. Is we need to get that stone, those 5 medallions, and that. We don't know what the layout is yet this early in the game, so we don't really know what items we need. But the major benefit of the variable medallions is that you're never going to be stuck searching the entire world for one specific item.
Ooh, Dins, one nice. Specific item, there's Dins, yeah. It'll be handy for a shadow for the medallion. Interesting attempt there. For I think it was trying to Mega Side hop over to the side. That was interesting. And so we're kind of almost hoping, I think, Deku ends up as a stone here or something like a DC stone, just to open up trials a little faster for that opportunity hint. Oh, and Rudo's Ladder. That'll be not hopeful, but whatever.
Hey, a bottle with work.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, the part of the design for the rule set is that it is very open when it comes to the overworld, and so you basically never need Rudo's Ladder. It's most of the time you use Rudo's Ladder as a bottle, but it's a bottle that requires extra work. Ooh, nice FantaTanked actually doing the mega flip there. Nice.
Very clean. I've never seen anyone actually do that. That's fun. That's funny.
People never have bombs.
Oh, good point. That's right. I forgot.
So yeah, right, so how
pick skulls? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so how the Meg Flip works? It's you're rolling. Nice. Okay. You roll into an explosive, and then at a certain time, you have it's one frame you have for the backflip input, and that gives you a speed boost from the bomb. It sends you backwards really far.
Yes, that can be handy for in some spots for skipping some necessary items, like in Shadow, for instance. You can skip needing hookshot or hover boots in some spots. So it can help you skip some things, or just to get some areas a little faster, like for instance that usage of there. All right, heading straight down to Goma, doing the whatchamacallit, the unloaded clip through the web there. Oh, that was nice.
Nice 2-3-1. That was very clean.
Yeah, I haven't seen someone do that nicely in a while. Usually people just kind of take it safe. All right, into Goma we go. Yeah, so this Deku was a little crazy. What do we get? Dins, Rudos, and light arrows.
Yeah, of those, of course, we definitely need light arrows. One of the requirements for the dungeon entrance requirements is for Shadow is you are required to light the torches. One of the ways you can do that is obviously with Din's Fire and Magic. You can also do it with Fire Arrows and Magic. Or what I'm personally hoping for these two players is we see a Child Shadow, because you can use a trick called QPA to light the torches, and then go enter the Shadow Temple as Child. But with a Din's Fire, it makes it much less likely.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if anyone went for that with Dins. Maybe if a Magic ended up in a weird spot so you couldn't use it.
I can hope.
Let's see what we're getting out of Deku here, and it's a water medallion. So we're still on the hunt for a stone. And now we will see what route Dotzo ends up taking out of here. Heading up to forest or collecting money? Heading up to forest.
He might be going to Goron City with those bombs. That opens up quite a number of checks there.
Yeah, that's a good point. That would be, and grab some hints along the way. Dotzo reads his hints so quickly.
I think I've co-com with Dotzo before that he's mentioned that he rarely actually looks at the full message. He's just like, how many words is it? Sweet, I know what it is.
Yeah, you can at least like tell pretty quickly when I don't know what item that was, but I know it was dead, so I kind of don't care. But yeah, Dotzo is kind of crazy like that. All right, and we're seeing Fanta has his way north, and Dotzo hessing his way south. So we're doing a trick here where we're basically on a particular recoil frame of rolling into a bomb. We're holding ESS, or extended super slide position, which is just a very slight position on the analog stick, and recoiling with shields. And that lets you just slide at maximum speed, basically. So, very fast way to get around the map. I think that was... I saw Minuet was on something to do with Sheik. And I'm not sure what Fanta's hit was. Okay, so... I still didn't get it the second time.
Apparently Dotzo didn't get it the second time, but, second... Or the first time, but second time's fine.
Okay, 40 gold skulls dead, and Minuet vanilla.
Here we see the easier version. Thanks, Dotzo. In like 5 minutes, you've covered all 3 of them. Thanks. Now just do a west for us, thanks. So we saw him transition. The first version we saw him do was a hyper extended super slider Hess. You saw that's really fast, but has the advantage that you can turn around. It is more difficult to do, however. The second one we saw was a just normal super slide. That has way more frames that you can do it with. However, you can only go straight backwards. And then you transition from that into ESS, or an extended super slide. And that has the maneuverability of a Hess, but it's got a lower speed than a Hess does.
Yeah, it's kind of a trade-off between ease of use, speed, and the ability to kind of redirect to make that kind of changes which one you want to do at which moment. Generally, for short, straight-line trips, you can just do a backwalk super slide, and it's pretty straightforward. But anytime you want to take a weird route, a Hess is kind of your best way. Alright, Fanta going straight into Bombchu Bowling. Having some issues with the setup there. I didn't see the item because I was busy watching Dotzo move around the map.
It was a silver scale. Yeah.
Thanks, Esther.
And scale itself is sort of useful. But my guess is he's going to Valley, if I had to guess.
Yeah, Valley. So it seems like he's kind of more prioritizing hints a little bit right now and some Sphere Zero checks. While Asder, I'm not sure if he's going to go straight adult or go into 3 songs. It is night. Oh, no, it's not nighttime. So we'll see what he ends up doing here. Come on, do chicken jump. Do chicken jump. You know you have bombs. Do chicken jump now. I'm not going for Sphere Zero Requiem. Disappointed, Dotzo.
Disappointed.
Let's see if we get anything Sphere Zero here. Nothing there.
Got the ever-important recovery heart.
Hey, you never know. What if you were hurt? You were down there.
I mean, usually you're hurt afterwards.
Yeah, these checks in Gerudo Valley are always weird to me, because I always feel like I don't know the way to do them as adult with bomb shoes to, check them. So I feel like if I don't do them early, I just never do them. River
water.
Bosky.
That's a gross one.
Yeah. At least you know where it is, so it's not that bad, but it's better to know that, and because that's usually the last check a lot of people do in water. So it's good to know, but we'll see if water
usually I think it's a before last.
Yeah.
So
Alright, Fanta grabbing the egg and then bailing.
Or no, he's going adult. He's just grabbing the egg. Fanta might have forgotten we don't have a mask shop
Yeah.
open.
Ooh,
Foolish
Temple
Spirit.
Baron. That's awesome.
Nice.
Having a big dungeon like that with a
Whoa.
lot of check Baron is so nice.
We have the Hero Fire, though, so we can't give Shiro too many kudos.
Yeah, take what you can get. Alright, Fanta going adults. Let's see what our medallion layout is.
One thing to note as dotzo is using ISG on these bushes is I'm pretty sure you have to make sure not to have swung your the stick beforehand, because I think it only works with neutral. Yeah, power crab shot damage. So just keep that in mind if you are practicing at home.
Yeah, Deku Stick's really weird with its damage values. Why
are you using a shoe to damage buffer? This hurts me physically. Using shoes for damage buffering.
But why? I'm confused. Okay, Spirit, Forest, Deku, Shadow, and I'm not sure which one it is. Alright, so we do have a Stone DC, so I think that'll get picked up pretty quickly.
Are you
what
dying,
is dotzo up to?
Like Death Warp, but where are you Death Warping to? Just the top? Why?
Put him back up to the...
What? Put him there. I don't know. We'll have to ask him about this later.
He's Navi diving. He
that makes sense.
Use Navi, so he's gonna do a Navi dive into domain. This is a cool trick. He's gonna pick up Pierre first, or start it up. Holy ever-loving hell, so that was fast.
Yeah, so it looks like our medallions, we don't have to worry about Spirit, Forest, Deku, Free, Shadow, and Javelin. So we are going to need to find one of the Mirror Shield or the Boomerang, for sure. So we have one unique item that we have to grab.
Alright, dotzo clearing up some more of the Spear Zero. Fanta starting to clear some CAC, it looks like.
Also, welcome, Raiders. Thank you, ZSR, for the raid on, with 106 people. Nice. If you're just tuning in from that, this is the DDR tournament. This is the loser semifinal match, is I think one way of describing it. It's also, challenge calls it losers round 4. We are just 16 minutes in here, so not missing that much. Currently, we've got a bunch of items, and we've seen already a bunch of cool stuff. Shiro rolled a seed.
No,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I love dotzo with a bomb bag and a 20-pack of shoes because he's just throwing shoes all over the place. It's hilarious.
Shiro gave them a bomb bag in the Kokiri Forest, so that's pretty good.
Right, so we're seeing dotzo here set up for a Navi dive into Zora's domain. So he's going to get right on the edge here, where he would fall into the water. He'll do a jump slash and then hit Navi as he kind of falls. That'll let him cutscene dive through the water and use that to get into this area early. Meanwhile, Fanta picking up his lens and Sunsong in the windmill. Nothing else huge in CAC so far. Yeah, no Sphere 0 Strike 3 like yesterday. Dear Lord. That was insane. At least not yet. Don't jinx it.
There. We will definitely see. I hope it's we don't end up with Sphere 0, but 3 Sphere 0 strength again. That was an interesting seed yesterday.
Right, Fanta clearing out Graveyard, heading into Dampe. And this is actually an interesting route from dotzo. I don't think I've ever seen him really kind of route like this. Oh, he wants to get the bottle, that's why.
The bottle is good for Forest Temple, so.
Yeah, which he doesn't know it yet, but it is a medallion, I believe, so that will come in handy. But he wants to move King Zora, not really to get access to anything behind him, because that can be gotten into with glitches pretty easily, but just to free up that bottle for use in case he needs it.
Yeah, it tends to be why we describe the Ruler's Ladder as a bottle with extra work. So, OT logic, you're falling through a waterfall with a lit stick, and the stick is still on fire.
Don't
That's
question
a big
it, it's
grin.
fine.
And also rolling through water with a lit stick, still on fire.
It's fine. All intended.
That's how it works in real life, too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, have you ever tried to roll through a waterfall with a lit stick? Don't think so.
I mean, that is fair. I have not yet tried that. BRB.
Alright, we're picking up a nice little butter knife and some iron boots. A little more handy on that second one. Alrighty, I'm not sure why I didn't do the clip, but yeah, this works as well. So now, interestingly, we almost have, if we get hookshot, we can handle stone water that we know where BK is. I guess we can't get to the actual boss door yet, but the problem is DC is such a better stone that I don't think water is going to really come into play.
Yeah, it would be like Dodong goes with, especially with a bomb bag. Like, why would you do water?
It's just so many checks, and it gives you access to trials once you complete it, which is another opportunity hint, versus water, which is 4 checks that you wouldn't want to do anyway because you know where the boss key is. So, oh, and there's your mirror shields. Okay, then.
That's very nice. That's one of those items that we need to complete Spirit Temple. Even with our glitches in DDR, we cannot skip that. So.
Yeah, and that's in a spot that honestly might not get picked up by Fanta for a long time.
Yeah.
So that's a big advantage for Dotzo pretty early. Alright, Fanta finishing up his cat clear. I didn't see anything huge there other than the iron boots. But I'm suspecting he's going to go to DC now. Meanwhile, Dotzo gonna head down the river and probably either head to 3 Songs or Adults. You don't have a shield, Fanta. Oh, he was trying to get the skull.
Mirror Shield was the vanilla silver scale, so the diving minigame.
What was the torch rifle? It was one of those two.
Was it torch rifle? It's one of those two.
Yeah, I think it was the diving game. Alright, Dotzo setting up for, I suspect, a Mega Side Hop here. Very similar to a Mega Flip. Oh no, he does this as a Mega Flip. Just to get to this area a little easier as child without having to grab the chicken. Fair enough, Shiro. Alright, and we're going to see Fanta in DC for a little bit here. Let's see if anything comes to that. I saw 40 Skulls dead again. And some money. Hey-oh.
Always need money in life. Oh, wow, a nice hammer. Actually, that's a bad hammer. We don't like that hammer.
Well, we do have Way of the Hero Fire, so that's
why we don't like it.
I mean, as long as it's not like strength, but honestly, it's probably strength.
Yeah, Spirit needs strength too. There aren't the other dungeons don't really need more than 1 strength though. So.
Oh, it's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, so one thing that's interesting because of our medallions layout, where you only need 5 of the 6 medallions, Way of the Heroes can get a little bit interesting because either the Way of the Hero item is used for something to get to light arrows, for example, which is not in this case, it's in Deku, but if it's useful for a dungeon, it kind of needs to be useful for more than 1 dungeon because there is 1 of the 6 dungeons you can skip, or 1 of the 6 medallions you can skip, more like. So Way of the Hero gets a little interesting sometimes.
Yeah, so basically, Way of the Hero items, how they work is that if you remove that item from the game, the seed has to be unbeatable logically. And so because that we have the variable medallions, something like Mirror Shield, for instance, if it's only useful for Spirit Temple, well, if you remove it from the game, you can just do the other 5 dungeons. So typically, what we're looking at for Way of the Hero, it's items that lock at least 2 medallion dungeons, or as Key was saying, it locks something like Light Arrows. Usually it's 2 medallions. That's what's locking.
Yes, that's why in some layouts you'll see like a strength Way of the Hero for like for Forest and Spirit, for example. Sometimes that might pop up. Or it might show up whereas like you might see like a DC Way of the Hero with Hammer unlocks something for 2 dungeons or something like that. So you might see some weird stuff. But we'll see. Dotzo, we'll see which way he's going from here. Oh, he's going to clear up some of his checks here. That's right. I forgot he had Bomb Bag. So he will find that scale that would have been nice before, but whatever.
And I'm not complaining. We got to see a cool trick.
Yeah. That was cool.
It is
I haven't
also,
actually seen that in a while.
Oh, the Navigate? Yeah, I haven't seen that in like forever.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
What was I going to say? I don't know. I don't know who's important. So one thing to note, a very stark comparison for you yesterday. Both of these runners are originally bingo players. Ooh, nice bow. So what you'll see here are a lot of glitches. And the DDR rule set is designed to allow a lot of flexibility in terms of what glitches you want to do. But to note is that none of these glitches are required. It uses glitchless logic and the exact same tricks as standard. And so, like, every glitch you see here is just them deciding they want to go for it. You don't have to do it at all. And in fact, you can see a good example yesterday for our for the winners bracket semifinals. They're both originally standard players, and they didn't do that many glitches. Other than we saw some like mega flips and stuff like that. Unless I missed a whole lot while I had a fire alarm going off.
So Fanta picking up that bow in DC. So once we get a hook shot, I guess without a strength of Harvard Boots, Forest still isn't quite doable. I guess you could hook shot jump it. And Dotzo electing also not to pick up 3 songs, which I'm a fan of.
Okay. With this layout, you do need Zelda's Lullaby 100% for sure if you're doing Shadow Temple. That is, since you are required to ride the boat in DDR. Just as a consequence of not being able to be K-skip. It can also be needed for Spirit Temple, because depending where the boss key is. But other than that, for the other ones, you don't really need to worry about it.
Almost dead. Yeah, that's right. We already saw these. Dotzo picking up that shield, even though he already has Mirror Shield. Mostly just to piss off Shiro, I can only assume.
Yeah. Also, we'll be getting a very sternly worded letter.
Meanwhile, Fanta getting all the praise from Shiro, still running around without a shield. I feel like for getting a bomb bag early, you really need to pick up a shield, just to, especially when you're these guys and can test pretty proficiently.
If you like that mirror shield,
so much on movement. All right, Dotzo now knowing what he needs to do to finish up, he can already almost do Spirit? Question mark? Does he need a hookshot for Spirit? I forget.
I don't think he does. He definitely doesn't. Though he might, and bombs count as projectiles, so I think he would be able to do it.
Yeah, I think he would just have to do the stupid trick where you like recoil into the boss door to get over there, which is annoying, but not strictly terrible.
Yeah. For the start, you do need like some kind of projectile to hit the switch on the top, but bombs work for that as well too, so he'll be good on that.
Yeah, I found out the hard way though. That is hard to do with bombs.
It is.
It's like Dotzo probably knows how to do it too, or he might have a video for it. But
yeah, he might also just use the chew.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He's got cheats. That makes it so much easier. You just run it up the wall. It's no problem. All right, Fanta continuing up into Goron City. So I'm assuming he'll pick up Bolero while he's there and a couple extra checks. Because we are pretty low on the song checks for both players so far. Oh yeah, he's got Hammer, so you can pretty much clear everything here.
Also grabbing Bow for Link of the Gorons, which is just the best strat. Another funny thing, if you're not used to it, that is also another convenience of having a shield, is you can power crouch stab these rocks with a hammer. Ooh, nice hook shot.
Nice. Yeah, power crouch stab is such a weird trick because it takes on whatever damage value for your last attack was, but also takes on stuff like hammer's ability to break rocks. So if you just swing a rock once, or swing a hammer once, you can crouch stab and break rocks. It's crazy.
So it's very weird. It's very weird though because because power crouch stab if you use power crouch stab and do a jump slash with a hammer, you can power crouch stab with a sword to break rocks. But that doesn't work on the the boulders or the flare dances on fire. That you have to do the reverse. It's so weird. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think it's just because they have a weird health value or something. I'm not sure. There's something weird about them.
I think that's an accurate summary of literally everything about this game.
Basically. Why does it work? I don't know. It's weird. We don't make.
We literally have a trick called Weird Shot. So,
which I loved the explanation of yesterday. You shoot. It's weird.
It's weird.
Horseback archery dead.
So 6. It's Zelda is Zelda's Lullaby.
Yeah, so that's also picking up that lens. The funny thing with lens, both of these players are very proficient in the ability to skip it in pretty much all spots. The only time you would really need it is for to do the lens minigame, but they also have Sun Song, so they can skip it there as well.
It's 1 in 32, Fivehead. Greg, no, yes. I'm kind of torn because it's reg, but also it gets rid of nice rupees. Can you spend one rupee? Okay, thanks, dotzo. What is that on top of there?
I cannot tell. It is something that is not very bright. Might be a shield or something. Practically feel Shiro foaming at the mouth right now. Oh, hey, Zeal on Bolero. Nice. That's a nice one. Alright, Shadow very much on the table once they get magic.
Or Chow Shadow, I'm just saying. Get Chow Shadow. Chow Shadow's on the play.
Going straight for fire? Undecided. Nope, gonna bail on it. Well, that is a nice looking mirror shield from Dotzo, by the way.
It's real nice.
Chrome shield.
Like silver. I personally prefer Firefox shield, but you know, hey. I actually use Chrome, but you know, you can't let facts get in the way of a terrible joke.
Please don't ban him, Shiro. I'd have to handle all the commentary myself.
Well, you got Isaac. Isaac's here to back you up.
Yep. Isaac's still napping. I don't want to wake him up for commentary. He just kicked me.
For those who don't know, Isaac is Keymaker's dog.
He literally just kicked me in the leg.
Also, TJ, my first ban warning was -5 minutes into stream, so I think that's a new record. 47. That's a really good time for Dumbo.
Yeah. And you get rewarded with a butter knife and some heavy shoes.
The funny thing for Iron Boots is that neither of these players really are likely to need them. They can be a convenience item, notably for the to get the diving 2 check. Lakeside Lab, that's the one I'm looking for. But other than that,
and the underwater under the ice is like the only thing that's really hard required for, I think.
Sure.
And Fanta picks up the opportunity DC that must be for the bow.
Yeah. In this case, it's not terribly helpful, but
that hurts, Dotso. Lake Hylia foolish, considering the fact you already cleared Lake Hylia as child.
Yeah.
So bit of an advantage there for Fanta. He won't have to clear it. Alright, now we're going to see Dotso chase Fanta for a little bit and clear up stuff he's already done, and Fanta's going to use that ZL to great effect here. I don't think he got anything on the double defense fairy, but let's see if he gets anything here. Or not double defense, double magic fairy, dear lord. Oh boy, and with the slingshot. So helpful.
Getting more seeds, you know?
Yeah, we're really starting to see Fanta start to pick up on the hint collection here, getting that duplicate fire away of the hero. Since he didn't pick up as many as Dotzo as child, he's gonna see... I think he's really hunting for those way of the hero and opportunities. And we'll probably see him... Nope, I was about to say go to Kokiri Forest, but nope.
We also see Dotzo is going to be saving a little bit of time here from being able to shield drop bombs. That saves, like, frames. So basically, he's going to be, like, way ahead.
Oh, man. Practically see the time save.
Welcome, Arashi. Yeah, a little bit late. They're about 34 minutes in at this point, but yeah, we've gotten a good number of items. We found on Dotzo's side, he has a mirror shield that Fanta doesn't. Whereas Fanta has the hook shot, bow, and hammer. So 2 of those things are in this dungeon, as you can see right there with hammer.
Yeah, so once Dotzo finishes up DC, the only thing that's really going to be holding him off of trying to go glow mode is magic, I think, for Shadow. Unless he finds Boomerang somewhere to do Jabu. But he should be able to handle Spirit and Forest.
Which
without...
we'll likely see him go and do those.
Yeah, Forest without, whatchamacallit, Hover Boots or Strength is a little tricky, but he knows the hookshot jump, I think? Or the Doom jump, I should say.
The jungle jump. That would be... If we saw a jungle jump on Restream, that would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, he was actually practicing jungle jump before the stream fell off, but I think he'll just do the hookshot jump off the chest in the climb room. That's a little easier, but he could do jungle jump as well. He's got bottle.
Yeah, and Huff Puff, for the opportunity inside Ganon's castle, it could just be a duplicate bomb bag or duplicate bow. It doesn't check at all for logic, so it could also be magic. It could be fantastic, and just the seed is just giving them everything they need.
Yeah, honestly, if I was Dotzo coming out of DC in this case, I would probably rush trials before trying to do dungeons, but that might not be a great move. I don't know. Hard to tell.
Probably, if I was Dotzo coming out of DC and just having hammer, I probably would go to Goron City. So that would be my guess as what we'll see. Basically, the same thing Fanta did, because you just have hammer, you have explosives, you can just full clear it. And that would be good if he ends up doing that, because that'll be his hookshot.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised, in fact, that Fanta didn't go trials here. But he kind of really needs to find a Boomerang to keep up, because he's not going to find that mirror shield for a while, probably.
Especially if he's staying adult for a long time. Which at this point, he's probably going to be opting to... Yeah, he's almost certainly going for dungeons, so...
Yeah. He was already tempted to rush a Stone Fire for a Way of the Hero hint.
But we'll see. Fanta's going an interesting route here. I don't know if he's just going to Forest Temple this way, or if he's... or where he's off to.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think he would be going Ice here. Because I don't think you're that desperate for a song yet. Especially since he's got CL, so...
Really, that's the only song you really need. Well, I guess for Spirit at this point, Fanta and Dotzo both know the hookshot extension, so they don't really need to worry about Wreck Hero.
Yeah, warp songs in this point are just going to be kind of convenience.
That for maybe Nocturne for Child Shadow? I can hope.
Unlikely.
I can hope. I can only hope, because that's what I got.
You know what? Keep on hoping, Dobby.
Ooh. So Dotzo doing the trick here. If you target the keys on the same frame, you land on the switch. It causes it to be pushed down longer, as you can see here, and that gives you just enough time to kind of walk in there. Oh, true, Shiro Super Saiyan Teleport exists. That's a good point. There's still hope.
Yeah, it does look like Fanta's just taking the long route over towards Forest. We'll see if he wants to go in, or if he's just checking the song. I can't imagine he wouldn't want to at least start clearing it. Oh yeah, it's just gonna clear the grottos. Makes sense. Okay, 50 skulls is dead. Good to know. Yeah, at this point, I think we're going to start to see some progression play from both players.
My guess is they got hopefully after Goron City, he might opt to fours. Spirit is also a decent play, but there's still the chance without Zelda's Lullaby that you get locked out of the boss game.
Yeah, honestly, Spirit is probably the dungeon I would leave for last, since it's a pain in the neck to get there without Requiem, and you know it's barren.
Yeah.
So you might as well clear some other dungeons, hope to get Requiem.
And if you find Hookshot, then even better. It's faster.
Yeah, I can only imagine Dotzo will find that hookshot relatively soon. Let's see.
Or not. He's going the wrong way.
Yeah. What is he up to? Oh, he's doing the archery. Duh. That's a fair play. Since after the cutscene when you beat the dungeon as adult does put you right there.
It's a fair play, but is it a fair play agreement? Because they both did it.
Hey, sure, I'm rethinking that whole Dobby Band situation.
Oh, magic!
Oh, was that Phantom Magic?
Yeah,
oh,
Phantom
nice,
Magic. That's a very nice spot for that magic.
Alright, so Fanta really only needing either Mirror Shield or Boomerang, I think?
Yeah. 40 minutes in, and they're just one of the... When we know where one of those two items are, like, we know that they could be in go mode.
Yeah. We'll see if we find a Boomerang in Forest or something, but I would suspect he's going in there. Oh, that's right. We knew Minuet was vanilla.
Yeah, it could be Strength is likely our way of the hero. It would be surprising because of the progressives, but it's possible.
All right, Fanta heading into Forest indeed, which I think is the right play here, especially if he knows how to get up without Strength or Hover Boots, which I would only imagine he does. It's a pretty common bingo move, I think, at this point.
Fanta's a well-versed bingo player, so...
Yeah, bingo is interesting, because usually you would pick up Hover Boots for here, but some rows you end up with where you can save a lot of time by skipping one of those basic items, like Hookshot or Hover Boots. And, I mean, Fanta regularly pulls, like, 113, 114s in bingo, I think. So I would not be surprised if he could pull that out.
We also see here the Poe cutscene skip. This is one of the two reasons that we have enabled... Well, this is the reason we have enabled use of cutscenes active for DDR, is this one trick. If you catch the Poe on a specific frame, or, sorry, it's 2 frames, you regain control during this Poe cutscene, and you can just run to the elevator before the Poes have time to put it down.
Yep, he gets it first try, not a problem. So now all he has to do is just never let this dungeon reload, since it is a temporary flag, I think, at this point. So as long as he doesn't leave the dungeon, save warp, Farrah's Wind warp, die, get grabbed by one of the hands on the ceiling, anything like that, he should be good to just come back down here whenever. So now we are going to be hunting for boss key and any items in here. Oh, nice bomb bag.
And good news for Dotzo, he is going to be grabbing this hookshot that's right here.
Nice. That would have been tragic to not pick that up.
And we'll see where he ends up going, because if he goes to Forest and he checks that grotto, he's going to be in go mode.
Yeah. Yeah, unless Boomerang shows up somewhere convenient, Dotzo may be in very good shape here.
It is worth noting that in go mode for DDR, Spirit is by far slower than Jabu go mode if they're both in go mode. So that is still an opportunity for Fanta to gain time if it ends up being maybe find Boomerang.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, if you're Fanta here and you find an early boss key in Forest here, do you keep clearing or do you bail on it?
I would go in and get to the boss, because then you don't have to worry about the elevator anymore. That would be what I would do personally.
Yeah, and I guess you also have Minuet to get back here quickly. So that's not bad. Yeah, I think that's it's a tough call either way. Oh, what was up here? Oh, who's a bomb refill? Unfortunate.
Yeah, this will be...
All right.
Are you going fire? He's going fire.
Alrighty. Let's see if we get a little lucky here. Yeah, the other magic was not magic locked in any way. Yeah, so this can't be a magic in here. What could this be other than strength? Hover boots? No, that can't. Unless there's something in shadow. Like Rang in shadow?
Rang in shadow and hover boots could work too.
That would be something. Fire was way.
Fire was way.
So far we have DC and Trials opportunity. I think we're missing the third. Yeah, I don't know. Something... Yeah, Hover's Way the Hero Fire does actually make a lot of sense, then.
And if you're Dotzo, if you find something like Hover's, do you just assume it's Way of the Hero and leave? That would likely be what I would do. But I also hate fire with fiery passion, so, you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, Dotzo typically doesn't really like to do the deep fire plays if he doesn't have to, so I think he would leave. I'm not sure what I would do in that situation. Yeah, he must really be hoping magic in there. He doesn't know that the other magic isn't magic locked, so... I'm a little surprised neither has gone... I'm not surprised Fanta hasn't gone Trials, because he's in...
That's strange.
That figures. And yet, so often you are, Shiro. Why must you do this to us?
Tell her that.
Except about shields. You're never right about shields.
Okay. And now Key's gonna get a very sternly written letter.
Said in the hates. I relish it. Oh, okay. Dots is gonna stick it out in fire.
At least for the base bit of fire. Or the main floor? I don't know how you call this.
Yeah, lower fire. Whatever you want. Choose
shallow fire? We call the upper part deep fire, so I guess this would be shallow fire.
Fair point. Now, choose your favorite term. Yeah, I think just clearing out this room and then bailing might be the play here. I think Strength Way of the Hero just makes so much sense here. Yeah, early fire. I think that's what I typically call it.
Nice recoil there from Fanta to get to this section early. Yeah, he's still looking for that boss key.
Yeah, that's a little surprising. It'd be unfortunate if it's deep, but gives him the opportunity to clear it, to see if he can get an item. I haven't seen anything pop up yet.
It's kind of almost the good thing about late boss key, is then you don't have to really think about it and decide. You just are like, well, I don't have a choice, I have to clear it.
Yeah, falling ceiling room is the worst. What's nice about doing the elevator... what's he up to here?
Is he resetting the elevator?
He's gonna reset the elevator if he does this. Well, there goes that elevator.
Unless is he quitting? Did he save inside and he's quitting without saving? No, that elevator's gone.
Oh, he doesn't know the... He was hoping for an early boss key. He doesn't know the, either jungle jump or the doom jump to get up top.
So strength, we need 100% for spirit. You need it for, and then forest. You have to be able, or it's likely that it's for spirit and forest is our best bets.
Yeah, so I think Fanta gonna go Trials now. Yeah, so there's if without hover boots or strength to get up top to get up to the upper levels of forest, you can either jungle jump, which puts you up in the bow room, or you can do like a doom jump, hookshot jump off of the chest in the vertical room. The puzzle room, whatever the heck it's called. But he would need to empty his bottle to do that. Oh, never mind. He's got the other bottle. So
I appreciate Dotzo is going to haste into here. He has the hammer.
listen,
But he's just
if you know it, you got to show it off. Oh,
Also, welcome stage. Ooh, and Fanta's going to Shadow.
Yeah, he's rushing progression, which honestly is the right move here. I think I forgot he had magic already.
So yeah, so Fanta here is doing a trick called hookshot jump. If you bonk, if you have like weird bonk physics with a hookshot, you can like kind of store the speed that you get from like the hookshot, because normally when you shoot it out, it gives you like a huge, I think it's Y velocity, upwards velocity, and you can store that with certain actions to give you a huge boost speed upwards. And you use that to get up top here. One thing to bear in mind is that for the dungeon door requirement, you do have to use the torches to access Shadow. So you can use this to get up here, but you can't then go immediately into Shadow Temple. You have to jump down here.
Yeah, you'll see in speedruns a lot of time people will continue to walk around that seam a little further and side hop over the loading trigger in this loading area, so this door just never loads. But because this rule said, yeah, we have to actually just light these torches, either with Din's fire arrows or quick put away his child. Alright, so we will see. If I'm interested if we end up coming across Boomerang somewhere. Boomerang does tend to show up a lot in Deep Shadow for some reason. Like, I think I've seen Boomerang in the post-boat rooms in Shadow, like, several times recently.
That's the thing about Boomerang. It always comes back to haunt you.
Ban Dobby, please. Thanks, Cheryl. Dotzo skull collecting? Oh, there's your long shot in Shadow. Okie dokie.
Both of the vanilla wallets are skulls. The first is 10, and the second wallet is 30.
Yeah, so Fanta picking up that long shot. It's not going to come to huge effect here because no water is medallion, but it's pretty convenient pickup.
It's not bad by any stretch.
Yeah, mostly just for quality of life in some spots. Makes some spots in Spirit easier, makes getting to Gerudo Valley is adult easier. Yeah, Spirit key logic, dear lord.
Looks like Dotzo is going to Forest now. So Dotzo usually clears everything that he passes by. He's very thorough, so he is likely to find that magic and then be in go mode.
And he's also got the strength from fire to handle Forest even without any tricks, so he will almost certainly be pushing progression to... Well, and he's got light arrow, so he's going to be go mode, isn't he?
Yeah.
Right? He's not missing anything. Oh dear, this is going to be a fast seed. Oh yeah, oh no, he has empty bottle. He emptied it off of... he emptied Rudo's letter.
Yeah, he emptied it when he went to go get Mirror Shield. And Huffbuff, sorry, not Huffbuff. It was, yeah, the reduce you. The 100 golds, it's an unlimited rupees. Every time you go in, he gives you a gold rupee.
Oh, this is going to be crazy. Dotzo is going to come out to a pretty large lead early here because he wanted to open up his Rudo's letter bottle.
And it isn't over yet, though, just because, as we were mentioning, Jabu is a faster dungeon than Spirit is in Go mode, by far. So it depends where the rang is and how soon Fanta's able to find that.
Yeah, if he can find... whatchamacallit, there's that magic. If he can find Boomerang relatively quickly, honestly, Fanta might still be slightly ahead here because of how long it's going to take to get to and do Spirit. That's pretty much the slowest dungeon on the board right now, especially without an early Requiem. Oh, we're seeing a nice little unbuffered weird shot there from Fanta. You roll into a bomb, you pull out hook shot, weird things happen, your camera ends up way below the map, and you can hook shot things from a weird angle. No idea why it works.
Something, something, OOT something.
Yeah, I think it's like something weird where you disconnect the camera from Link and like it drops below the map or something. I've heard it explained once and then I probably won't. Why? I don't understand a word of that. Oh, nice Hess here.
Just hessing down this corridor to avoid
awesome.
That's awesome. And as we're mentioning, completely and totally unnecessary. You do not have, in any circumstances, need to do any of these glitches to beat the seed.
But it's cool.
It is glitchless logic. It is 100% swag, and sometimes it also saves time, I guess.
And sometimes it loses time.
When I do them, yes. Every time.
Alright, dotzo going to be spending a good amount of time in Forest here with probably a deep boss key, at least probably on one of the pose. And we're seeing if Fanta can get a little lucky here in Shadow. That is true. Cuckoo diving into bottom wall is 100% required. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Yeah. It is begrudgingly also acceptable to not be dive.
Yeah,
I think he was
sometimes.
a bit early there. Nope, he got it. Nice.
Oh, there's that other wallet.
And yeah, Segway Speed Racer. Yeah, you can check the settings. They're 6.0, the dev build online. The easy way is you can use the dev generator. Just make sure to select the DDR preset, and I'll have exactly the settings you see here. Additionally, if you want to try out the DDR settings, which we 100% encourage you to do, you can check out the Discord. Can I spell Discord? Sometimes. You can check out the OoTR Discord. The DDR async channel will have a bunch of seeds with these exact settings you see here. So if you want to try those out, you're welcome to. And if you're looking to try out glitches, you can check out the DDR discussion channel, the DDR S1 channel, or the gameplay and tricks section. All of those will have people who are more than happy to help you learn glitches.
Fanta is going absolutely crazy in this Shadow Temple run. He is doing every single clip and weird shot, and I love it.
It's beautiful. This is a beautiful Shadow Temple.
Yeah, he just did the clip to skip collecting those silver rupees around the BMOS.
Which actually looks surprisingly easy. Which
I think
is
it's just
funny.
set up.
Now, TJ, I'm on a roll today. I haven't made spelling mistakes. I remember to close the room way at the start, and no one can prove otherwise. I'm going at it, you know?
So we just saw another strength in Shadow that I don't think was strength locked. Or wait, no, is that strength locked because it's the block room?
Yeah, that's the block, so it's going to be
Okay.
strength locked, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so then that might be what your way of the hero, or your other way of the hero is for that in Spirit, off of the fire strength. Yeah, I can only assume Nocturne is probably somewhere in 3 songs, but that's a crapshoot. It could be an ice, it could be vanilla. Can it be vanilla? Which, that would be Spirit, Forest, and Deku. Yeah, it could be vanilla, probably.
So dotzo here is going for a Mega Flip in order to access the upper section early. Whee!
Nice.
He does have... no, he doesn't have hovers, actually. So, yeah, there's another way you can access this check early with hover boots using hover boots. It's actually now allowed in glitchless too. But in his case, he doesn't have hovers, so this is the fast way to do it.
All right, let's see if we get. Well, here's your other strength. Is that
So
strength block? Yeah, that's strength block.
Yes, almost certainly. Oh yeah, because you need to push the block in the puzzle room. That's actually what we're supposed to do in this time.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm actually
100%
doing
strength with
things.
it here. I don't understand. Next, you're gonna tell me there's like logic that we're supposed to follow or something.
Logic's for suckers and people who want strength and fire. Yeah, we're kind of running out of things that could be on those opportunity hints.
It could be boomerang, could be hovers, could be another magic.
Yeah, I mean,
Could be
Fanta
both,
doesn't
could be
know
one leg.
that, but he could get paid off by going trials at some point soon. Yeah, I think we're still missing one bomb bag. And we're missing 2 bows, I think?
And yeah, we did have a path hint in to DC, but we don't know if that's for hammer or for bow. If it was for bow, then we couldn't get that hint for bow somewhere else. There's a maximum of 1 per item because of the way the hints work. But there's 2 items, so we have no way of knowing. Could have picked either. Yeah, you can't have 2 named item hints, both pointing to bow.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Because they're only on the list once. So, and you get the same number of hints, or it's the same number of hints as are on the list.
Makes sense. I think Fanta's still... Has he found boss key yet in Shadow? I don't think so. Oh, happy 1 hour.
Yeah. Happy 1 hour as well. Oh, fire would be such bait. It's happy 1 hour. It's a good time to remind everyone that you guys are watching the DDR tournament. This is the Season 1 tournament and the Losers Bracket Semifinals. So the loser of this match is out of the tournament, and the winner goes on to face Sora in the Losers Bracket Finals. DDR is a glitch rule set that's between standard, Nora, and one warp, so it allows a lot of quality glitches while banning the most powerful glitches in the game. You can check the link that Shiro just posted for the full details of everything that's allowed and not. And yeah, shoutouts once again, as always, to our trackers, Shiro and Aster, our runners, Dotzo and Fanta, and to my co-commentators, Keymaker and Isaac.
Where are these boss keys? They are both very deep in the dungeons.
So far, Shiro has had really good item placement. Really trash boss key placement.
Yeah, even water was terrible. Not that we need it, but holy hell. Yeah, so for anyone just joining, Dotzo seems to be in a pretty solid lead right now. I think he is go mode. However, he is go mode with some very slow dungeons, so Fanta still does have a shot to pick up that boomerang and come back with a fast Jabu. Just kind of matters on where that boomerang is hiding. Yeah, this was a classic Shiro seed, in that it was weird as hell.
It didn't have 2. We haven't found 2 bows in Shadow yet, though, so we don't have the classic Shiro special.
Oh, I forgot that was a Shiro seed. That was.
You will never live that down. Ooh, nice clip.
All right, there's the boss key. Nice vanilla boss key.
Is this even randomized? Nice action shot, too. Ooh, I like that shot.
I was really hoping for a bow on that chest. I think I've
Can he
seen
make this
that
without-
on that chest twice.
Oh, it's because he's got strength. That's what he's doing. So even though he has the ability to do this puzzle properly, that's lame. So, you know. This is faster than doing it. What are you doing?
That was awesome.
That was great. I love it.
Oh, that's great. I've never seen that particular usage before.
Fantastic.
But yeah, just climbing up as he gets hit with the bomb, he kind of gets launched a little bit there. Handy little glitchless strat. And the Deep Shadow Fire Tunic. So helpful. My foot is falling asleep. Isaac's been sleeping on my leg. There we go. Swap legs.
I thought you know how it works. Isaac has claim ownership of that leg. You were never allowed to move it ever again.
It's true.
These are facts.
However, if my leg just dies due to lack of circulation, then he won't have a good leg anymore. So, I'm really out for his best interest here by swapping legs.
Fair. Yeah, and it's very unfortunate for the forest because, as we were mentioning, if Dotzo leaves or dies or does anything that resets the dungeon, the elevator is back down as it's supposed to be.
All right, so we will see Fanta, unfortunately, getting kind of a little mini jump there, so falling off. But we're going to see him handle this room without hover boots, with a pretty straightforward mega flip. Looks like he's set up to do it with shoes, which are a little easier to do from a standing position. Depending on your frame of view. Makes it easier because it's a little easier to buffer, in my opinion. It's easier to see the frames you're looking for.
Yeah, if you are on a console that's able to pause buffer, 2 mega flips, they're very nice visual cues you can use for when to do every part of the trick. So like, and you have like 2 frames to roll, and you can just count the red flashes, and you're good. And then you look for there's that boss key.
Was that on second po or first po? First po.
He's just jumping down.
Yeah.
Later,
As
nerds.
he's go mode, he doesn't have to check a thing anymore.
Salvo's
right
too
move.
spoopy. It's basically the no-hit version challenge. He's like, nope. Salvo, sign up.
Yeah, that was a great boss key spot for him. It put it just out of reach of Fanta without strength, but made it very nice for him to get back.
Did Fanta screw up the quick kill?
Oh,
I
did
think
he?
Fanta
Oh,
went
he's
too early.
soft locked.
Ooh.
Oh, that's gonna hurt a lot.
So yeah, so for that quick kill, you're able to drop a bomb and damage Bongo before the fight starts, and then you're able to then jump down and attack him without him being able to really do anything. So it makes it much faster. However, there is a risk if you do it too early, you can soft lock, as you saw here. So it is one you have to be careful. When you're going for that trick and learning it, it's recommended to wait till you hear Bongo take damage before jumping down.
Yeah, that's an example of sometimes you try to use a glitch to speed things up and it comes back to bite you a little bit. Usually it's because of logic and you getting screwed because of that and skipping things, but that was really unfortunate. So he is going to have to hustle and get very lucky with this bow spot. Luckily he knows where the boss key is now, so he can go grab it, but unfortunately he still has to go grab it again, I suspect. I don't think he saved. After... Oh no, I guess he would have saved, so...
We also see on Dotzo's side the best usage of ISG, very satisfying. As we were mentioning, Infinite Sword Glitch causes you to be swinging your sword every single frame. And so, barring some bullshit from Phantom Ganon, you can just stand there and be guaranteed to be able to reflect his beams. It's fantastic.
Yeah, doing the hits in one cycle with ISG is a little tricky on him because you have to pull out hook shot, look to the side, and kind of like get yourself in the right spot. But Dotzo handles it like a champ. Alright, so that is medallion number 3 for him, I believe. Just gonna go handle Shadow and Spirit. I suspect he'll handle Shadow first, because it'll be faster to get there.
I'll also be seeing Hookshot jump likely on his end, because they never found Nocturne. But hey, Dotzo, if you could find that Nocturne real quick so that you can do Child Shadow, okay, thanks.
Yeah, so we'll see what route Dotzo decides to take. He could do the gate clip early and check the back rooms and get lucky and find boss key early. But we'll see. It's kind of a risky strat because if boss key is in the middle of the dungeon, you lose time.
If you have FW, it's worth it because then you're still only guaranteed to ride the boat once. But without FW, that's a long boat ride.
Yeah, it can just be a little scary, especially if you're not go mode and you might potentially still need items. If you don't end up with enough small keys, you can lock yourself. So a lot of times you'll see people save before they do anything, do some checks. If they don't get the small key they need, they'll reset.
And Princess Gate, dotzo isn't go mode. You only need 5 medallions, so he's able to skip one of them. In this particular case, he's going to be skipping Jabu unless he happens to run into the boomerang. So he's just flying through the seat as fast as possible.
Yep, heading straight to Shadow. And Fanta electing this time to fight Bongo rather than doing the quick kill.
Still using ISG though, because ISG against Bongo is really good. Just stand there and he runs into your sword.
Yeah, the quick kill really just saves you watching the cutscenes for the most part.
Cutscenes in 2021 Dan's game.
Alright, another hookshot jump from Dotzo. Nicely done.
We'll see here where Fanta ends up going from here, because this could be really critical for him. If he goes like for instance to Ganon's castle, and there's something like Rang there, I think at this point it would be very close.
Yeah, I think the only 2 places that I can see making a play on, I think Ganon's Trials is the play here because you have the opportunity hint. But I could see a GTG play, because it is pretty high check density. Those are the 2 that I think make sense here. I mean, he doesn't know he's in trouble, but he must suspect that he has to get go mode soon, otherwise he's going to eventually be in trouble. He obviously doesn't know Dotzo is go mode, but, I mean, he knows the pace Dotzo plays at, so.
Breakneck.
Pretty much.
Go ahead.
Mirror Shield was domain on the, I think the diving game. Either that or the Torch Run, I forget which. Diving game, okay.
It was on the soccer simulator.
Problem is, I think even if Fanta Ghost Child right now and happens across Mirror Shield, Dotzo is still in a solid lead, I think.
Yeah.
So I think Fanta just needs to find that boomerang to get the faster dungeon.
Like at this point, Dotzo has a decently significant lead. Fanta has cleared some of Forest, but just going back there and going through it again, it's still going to waste some time. So like Dotzo would definitely be in the lead if it ends up being a race for like execution. That would be against Dotzo. That's a very risky play.
But honestly, I mean, if it was a straight execution race, Fanta's probably one of the people that could give Dotzo a run there. Yeah. The problem is he's back in Forest with strength now. He doesn't know there's not a boomerang there probably. But now he either needs to do, because the elevator is going to be up, he's either going to need to kill all of the pose or do the older glitch to clip down there, which I don't remember. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Stone dungeons were, fire, DC, and water. Both these players cleared DC. And we saw, I think, both players dip fire, or did only Dotzo dip fire for the way
only Dotzo.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Fanta got his in elsewhere in Shadow.
He got both in Shadow.
That's right. All right, we're seeing both players rehash some ground the other player's already done, but both players pushing progression. Oh yeah, that's right. It depends on which route he goes. If he goes gate clip, he'll find the BK, but if he plays the dungeon normally, he'll have strength 3 again, or he'll have strength 3.
Shiro keeping up with the seed with good item placement, bad BK placement. You kind of, for Shadow, really hope to find a BK and a small key in the first part, because then you're good to go if you need to. You're in go mode. Just be
Yeah, he
careful
did bomb
if
that
you're
wall.
doing this gate clip, though, because if you're not in go mode, you can key lock yourself with gate clip.
Yeah, he did bomb that the wall to take the dungeon normally, so he might. It seems. I suspect he's probably just going to do it normally. Yeah, I mean, he probably has an idea he's in good shape, that's all I mean, for finding that mirror shield, since that's not a common check, I don't think, for someone to do early. Usually Child's or his domain kind of gets pushed a lot. But he also might think that Fanta found it as well. Oh, nope, he's going to gate clip and do the back checks here, okay. That's a good point. Yeah, he did Gruta Valley and Lake Hylia. I'm not sure if he saw the Lake Hylia Baron, but if he did, then he probably does think he's behind. You're right, Shiro.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird one because the domain isn't like domain is something that gets pushed that gets like pushed back often, but not always for some routes. So like it could be very weird, especially if you know that like they found, I think Dotzo found the silver scale at diving, so that would make you think that your opponent went for it early.
All right, we'll see if Dotzo's going to ride the boat or reset here. I guess we haven't seen this check yet, have we? Oh no, we have. I forgot Fanciful cleared. Alright, these checks for Fanta are going to be new, though, I believe. So I think this is this first or second Poe? I forget which color's which every time.
I think this is first bow? Question?
Yeah, so after this... Okay, red is first. Yeah, so after this, we'll be seeing new checks on Fanta's side. Alright, Dotso's going to keep on going backwards. Never mind. Yeah, it is very hard to gauge where you are without seeing your opponent. Oh, that was awesome.
That's a nice thing for bingo. The bingo cards, when they tell you to do a Poe, they're like, defeat Beth, and they're like, this is the color that Beth is. And you're like, thanks game, thanks bingo.
Yeah, I think Meg they don't bother, but the other ones they say which one's which. Nice trap there. Did they get rid of the defeat Amy one? I'm pretty sure Amy is one on bingo cards.
Yeah, at various points, Amy's definitely been one, and it's also been combo Joe and Beth. I've seen.
Yeah, I think they got rid of the combo Joe and Beth. Maybe they got rid of Amy as well, because I know that's why we learned the mega jump to get to Amy fast. It's a pretty quick goal. But anyway, that's bingo stuff. Let's see. If Fanta finds Boomerang here, this is going to be interesting. He does not. Let's see if he finds in the rest. But honestly, if he finds Boomerang in here, he's probably in the lead. Because of how long it's going to take Dotzo to get to Spirit and do it.
Yeah, it's definitely would be very close. Like, getting to Spirit takes a while, but also getting to Jabu isn't insignificant either, especially since they don't have Serenade.
Yeah, it's
so
gonna
like
kind of just depend on where that Spirit boss key is.
Yeah,
Nice
it's definitely a lot more variable.
Oh yeah, that's right. Those are the only checks Dotzo didn't check, so he is gonna have to go elsewhere. So now at this point, he is out of progression, or out of progression that he can still do after he clears this dungeon and beats it.
Unless he goes through like Jabu or Spirit, but that's a very, very risky play. I don't know anyone that would do one of those without without knowing you're going to find one of the major items you need there.
Yeah, I think it only like 118 and on the clock. I think that's too early to be that desperate. When you've still got Trials, you've still got GTG. There's that Strength 3 for Dotzo. Yeah, strengths were 1 in Shadow, 1 in Fire, and 1 in, whatchamacallit, in Forest.
And of course, the real strengths were the friends we made along the way.
So what happened to that whole Dobby getting banned thing? Thought we were working on that. Can we get a test group on this?
She has muted me previously. This is true.
No, Magic was Sacred Forest Meadow Grotto, and we haven't seen the second one.
Oh, I thought friendship, both magic and strength are for the friends we made along the way. It's a dual purpose item.
Mm-hmm. That's funny because one ban handles them both. All right, Fanta unfortunately having to take on Meg here since the elevator got reset. Magic's penguins.
Got some sage advice there.
It is true. All right, Dotzo going to be very unhappy when he does eventually find this PK.
Nice, Shiro. I 100% expected that. Did I deserve it? Yes. Was it worth it?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Also, yes. All right, Dotzo now realizing where the boss key is. And I cannot expect him to be happy. And this is actually, if you're just getting into DDR and want to learn one quick trick to save you a lot, what Fanta just did is such a good one. It's literally just a very short setup to do a jump slash clip, and you can skip that entire puzzle. It's a humongous time save for basically no effort.
You can also do something similar in a couple different places. The exact same setup in the first, like the entryway of Fire Temple. You can use that to skip past those like hammer blocks. You can also use it to enter the CAC archery. You can do that like to enter it at night or during the day if you just feel like it, because it honestly doesn't take you on a shot.
Yeah, though it's a totally different setup. You can do something similar to skip King Zora's adult. You can literally just jump slash a particular wall and just clip right past him. It's so handy. Rather than having to do the weird glitchless jump.
So Fanta accidentally did a jump flash there, which actually unsets your ISG. There are a couple things that can do that. If you jump slash, if you shield without holding target, if you press that and then R, it's fine. And also, if you get damaged, most of the time when you get damaged, it undoes your ISG. Not all the time, though.
I think it's like if you get damaged when you're not moving, you lose it. But if you're moving and get damaged, you're fine because you go into a different animation.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, Fanta unfortunately missing the one cycle with hook shot there, but gets it in 2. And we will see where he goes after this. Yeah, at least Dotzo's given Fanta as much time as possible with this unfortunate shadow routing. But won't mean much if he doesn't manage to come across a boomerang here. That is scary what Dotzo's doing. I would be so afraid of falling on the boat. I would be afraid of the boat falling during this cutscene, but I think it's fine. Oh yeah, he's got plenty of time. That was a good shot, though. All right, Fanta heading trials. I think this is the play here.
And yeah, as we were mentioning, it really depends what ends up being there. If it's a boomerang, this is not over by any stretch. Like finding boomerang would be a huge thing for Fanta.
Yeah, I think for Fanta to come out ahead out of this, he either needs to find Boomerang in Trials here, or if he goes GTG afterwards, very early in GTG. I think after that, Dotzo will be pulling ahead by being at, by being at Spirit by then. Yeah. Depending on where the BK is. Oh, he's gonna handle this first. which he probably suspects Strength 3 is in logic, so this is not a terrible play. Yeah, it's going to depend on if Spirit BK is late as well. Fanta's going to have a decent bit of time, but if Spirit BK shows up early, we'll see a statue climb. Nice Bighorn sword check there that we know is dead. Yeah, it's not going to be hard for them to get there. It's just time consuming versus finding Requiem.
It also depends too how soon it is in Trials, because dotzo will be done with Shadow in probably like a minute or two at most.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't softlock Mongo as well, which I doubt he will. Though we may have a commentator's curse here. Yeah, exactly. Dotzo has no idea if Fanta has Mirror Shield, if he's behind from him doing 3 songs and finding Requiem. So I'm sure he's sweating a little bit.
Hands are sweating. Mom's spaghetti.
Seeing a slightly different setup here to get across these, but another Bomb Shoe Mega Flip.
It's a nice bow extension on Fanta's side.
Buffering. I can never do that trick there. I don't know why. Like, I can do hookshot extension or bow extension. I just can never seem to get that hit.
I think it's fairly precise.
Goodies.
Goodies.
Hey-o.
There you go. So now you see here.
Dotzo getting a quick kill.
There you go. And as you can see, it saves like what? 10 seconds?
Yeah. It's not like much, but it's handy.
It's handy.
Yeah, I suspect Requiem is somewhere in 3 songs because both of them checked, but it could be Nocturne or Ice Cavern as well.
Or Vanilla. Big
Hey, go on, Butter Knife. Alright, so these checks are in logic, I think, in some ways, because Strength 3 is pretty easy to get. Well, it's around anyway.
If we are able to get it in logic, for sure.
Yeah, but pretty easy to clip in. I think Fanta did it with Super Slide, but you can also just unload the block. Ooh, I'm like... I'm like so nervous about him finding or not finding Bow here. This is a big moment here. These checks could be good, or this could be it. Yeah, Requiem Vanilla would be something. Alright, we got cash monies. We got more cash monies. What's Dotzo up to? Is he not just rushing Spirit? Oh, he's looking for Requiem. Yeah. If Requiem did happen to be here, it would be a very nice time save, but he will, unfortunately... I don't think it was here. I'm not sure what was here, but I don't think it was Requiem. Song of Time, that's right. Ooh, Trial's not paying out yet for Fanta. Oh, we're gonna see we're gonna see Gold Gauntlets check. I guess he does have long shots. That's not that time consuming to do.
Does a make flip make this?
Ooh,
oh, a distance mega
nice.
does. Nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
Very clean chip.
And long shot to get back up easily. That was very nicely handled. Oh, I keep on like thinking it's gonna pop up, but it keeps on being blue rupees instead.
And it's gonna be very, very important with the side miss, because as we're saying, like, there's a ton of absolute garbage that it could end up being, which would not be helpful. Basically,
that's right. We haven't seen the opportunity yet. Oh my god, game! Stop giving us more money. I'm like legitimately nervous right now.
I know, this is terrifying.
We still haven't seen the opportunity item, have we? We haven't got anything here yet?
I
Yeah,
haven't
nothing yet. I think there's only like, what, 2 or 3 more checks? There's here and up the tower?
Yeah, I think the validation checks
Oh,
counts.
Does that
What
count
is
as
it?
outside Gan's castle or inside Gan's castle? There's the small key.
Well, I guess we know now.
Okay, inside, yeah. I guess it has to be. Yeah. I mean, no time lost doing it.
Well,
Oh,
sometime lost
jeez.
because you don't have FW, but yeah.
Yeah. This
Not
is
that
painful.
much.
Yeah, it needs to be here or early in the next area he checks if he goes for a deep area for like GTG.
And it absolutely has to be Boomerang at this point. Like, if it's any other item, that's likely to be GG.
Useless. Yeah, Dotzo will be at Spirit Temple within the next couple of minutes, so he's probably just gonna wasteland this.
Yeah. We might end up seeing a full wasty.
Yeah, it takes some time to get the Jabu as well. He doesn't have Serenade. Yeah, I mean, he can super slide his way across, but he's got...
Oh, it's hovered.
Damn!
That's probably
that
GG
hurts.
there.
Yeah, unless he finds it very soon. Where is he heading? Yeah, he's heading GTG. Oh, nope, he's heading Forest. I thought he was playing... For some reason, I thought he was playing Serenade, even though he doesn't have Serenade.
Oh, I think it was just for faster save warp.
Oh, yeah, that's smart. Yeah, Boomerang and Spirit would just be a slap in the face. I mean, I think GTG is the best play here, but... Oh, that's right, Spirit Foolish.
Also,
I don't know,
appreciate
there's a Shiro
Dotzo does have the card, so you could just talk to that person, but you can do a ground jump to jump up there, and it's... I think it might save like 2 seconds. It's amazing.
It's actually a decent bit faster. That cutscene is slow. Hanging Wasteland. Rang and Jabu, dear lord.
You guys are mean.
Yeah, chat just wants to see the world burn. Yeah, okay, he's heading GTG. I think that's the play here. That's the...
GTG is also a doubly good play, just because if he ends up finding, like... Because he doesn't know where Mirror Shield is, and so if it's Mirror Shield, he's also already on the way to Spirit.
Yeah, if Rang is in Jabu, you don't find it until you full clear everything. Okay, he's going to clear up some higher fields, which makes sense. What was that?
Is that?
It's a bow.
Oh, clever.
Well, here's the second one. Yeah. I'm curious, we never did see the third opportunity or second Way of the Hero, did we?
I remember seeing one. It is possible. We have had seeds where there's only one Way of the Hero. It does happen, but...
Oh, DC was doubled up. Okay. That makes sense.
Oh, for named item?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember how many of those we saw.
Yeah, I know I saw 2. I wasn't sure whether or not I saw 3. Yeah, he doesn't need to check anything. He's in go mode. In fact, especially even if we see an early boss key, obviously Spirit is Baron, so we wouldn't anyway, but we will see him go straight to the boss door. Some more explosives for Fanta. He is very quickly running out of time. At this point, he needs Bow within the next 2 or 3 checks, and he needs a late Spirit BK to stay in this.
And by Bow, he meant Rang.
Sorry, Rang.
I can translate.
Listen, if you just take the bow, you throw the bow instead of the arrows, it's kind of like a boomerang.
Basically, how it works.
Oh, that works. That's how that works, right?
Thingy Flower Blur for the bits. Is mayonnaise a boomerang? Is that how it works?
Alright, Dotzo, I believe, does have everything to full clear in here. Alright, he is not going to get key locked. That would have been a thing if he needed to get, if like Requiem was vanilla and needed to go to Child. but he's got Din, so he could clear full side child as an adult. I guess he doesn't have mirror shield, or he doesn't have hover boots, so maybe not.
Knowing dotzo, he probably knows the clip to get back there. I think it sucks, but you know.
Yeah, I know you can do the adult side clip without hover boots. I'm not sure about the child side.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know it myself, but yeah, if there is one, dotzo probably has a video about it.
Yep. Yeah, Dotzo's got a setup video for every occasion.
Well, Flabber, this is a very exciting seed, so we are on the edge of our seats.
Fanta's almost certainly going GTG here. He's going to check what these are with bomb shoes. I need to learn this. This is a handy little trick.
Okay. And yeah, Shiro also pointing out, Fanta is very experienced both at Bingo and at Rando, and so is also likely to know the same tricks, most of the same tricks that Dotzo knows.
A stick.
Oh.
Dotzo found a stick.
Pog. Always need a good stick, you know?
Yeah, you never know when you're going to need another stick.
Yeah.
That was a nice recoil.
I think any mega works there, so you can make a side hop, mega, flip, or distance, and I think they all work.
Alright, Dotzo, if he finds BK in this room or nearby, it is going to be a fast finish for him.
VG fan, which mirror trick do you mean? And yeah, Felix, what he's trying to do here is void out, so that'll put him back at the top. It's faster to do that rather than like get knocked all the way down to river and then climb all the way back up.
Unfortunately, I think he's mixing up his setups. I think he's trying to do the child setup. I always mix up these as well, so I'm not sure which one's which. Alright, still no Spirit BK.
Once again, Shiro BK placement being absolute garbage.
The mirror that you pushed in... Oh, you mean in a couple rooms back, VG fan? You just push it 3 times and it hits 3 different spots that redirects light into. The first 2 give you chests, the third one opens the door. If that's what you're asking about. Hey!
And I forget
Shield finally showed up.
Nice! And I'm not sure if you mean, sometimes when you're pushing, like, one of those shields, if an enemy hits you, like, Link will let go, but the thing will keep moving. That's just sometimes it happens if you get hit while turning it. If Fanta was a mirror shield, you'd be no mode. This is accurate.
Fanta doing Garuda card, which makes sense if he happens across mirror shields in GTG, then it would be useful. He obviously does not know that is not the item he needs, but...
Oh, then in that case, I think that's if you shield, like if you shield the same time you push it, I think that's what happens. So I'm not 100% confident there. But I think what happened is you push and then you instantly shield and that causes it to move like that.
Yeah, for things that you push or pull, I know this happens in DC, or not DC, in Goron City with the statue pulls adult. If there's like a 1-frame window where you let go and the statue will pull itself. I'm not sure if that works there as well, but it's a tough one to get.
Ooh, and Fanta no, he's just doing the glitch pump over here. I thought he might be doing the clip into GTG.
Yeah, he's got cards, so he wouldn't need to do the clip, but
he might anyway. That'd be fun.
Yep.
Ooh, meanwhaile, Dotzo doing the clip past this, the clip to skip the Iron Knuckle.
Oh,
or not, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
This was always his plan, was to just get behind the chair.
He just didn't want to walk around it.
Yeah. That's the most efficient way you can get behind the chair for that trick. Don't worry about it.
All right, Fanta in GTG. He needs a bow here, basically, or not. He needs a boomerang here. Dear Lord.
And it needs to be fast at this point because, as we're mentioning, getting to Jabu is pretty slow. And Dotzo's already not only in Spirit, but cleared a good portion of it.
Yeah, all he's really got left is Child Side. Actually, Dotzo might have a fun time here. If it's not up in this room, did he do the other side checks on the adult side yet, or does he have to go Child Spirit for all that's left?
He didn't do the upper section yet for
Okay, that's right. And I'm not sure if he did the one you need Mirror Shield for.
He did the first one, like the one in the room with the art mouse. He did that one.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't paying attention, so. Yeah, rang on Roba.
I don't think he can weird shot to child side. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it is more complicated than a weird shot. But there's some way you can do it at least. Which makes sense. It's OOT. Oh, like weird shot backwards? That would be interesting. That would be cool. If that skipped... Oh, I guess you... Yeah. I guess you're just skipping the crawl space. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah, because you've got... Yeah, there's stuff in that room, so you're just kind of dealing with that.
Yeah, there's a couple torches, I think. That makes sense, actually. That's cool.
Yeah, but if you're full clearing anyway, the key cost isn't a huge deal.
And usually have an extra keys anyway in Spirit, so...
Yeah, this is a problem. Shiro, what is up with your BK placements? They're all terrible.
I don't remember my BK placements yesterday, but I don't think they were terrible. So, Shiro, we just need to roll a seed with your item placement and my BK placement, and we're good.
You feel like a 15-minute seed.
15 minutes, or if we want to really make them suffer, the reverse.
No joy yet for her Fanta. Unfortunately, he's also dealing with likes that have become metal.
If they have become the unlike.
Uh-huh.
I just waited the 30 seconds, anticipating the getting kicked. You know, just gotta wait to see if it happens. Like it's Dotzo. It depends how long the strats take, because Jabu is going to be a lot easier than the strats Dotzo will have to do to clear Spirit. But yeah, in terms of time, it's definitely, I think Dotzo is a little bit ahead. Even if Fanta finds Boomerang right now, just because getting to Jabu will take quite a long time.
Alright, so if Bosky is not up here, it is going to be in Child Side Spirit, and Dotzo gets to do a fun trick. No, Isaac, you don't get to take over the keyboard.
Yes, Isaac, you do get to take over the keyboard.
Yeah. I was playing Kerbal with him on my lap the other day, and he jumped on the keyboard and made my rocket crash. It was really sad. He obliterated it.
Dotzo, just to be safe, you should use Dinspire in these rooms to kill all these bubbles. That's the fastest way to kill them, I promise. No, don't ever do this. It crashes the game.
Bobby just wants to see the world burn.
What did it? Come on, Shiro. My jokes have been...
I don't
read it again.
That's gonna be fun. Nope, he did not. So Dotzo gets to have some fun. And Fanta gets a little more time to find that boomerang.
Yeah, I think Azure is correct. I think he needs more keys.
It's true. More keys.
There are actually several ways Princess Kate to glitch into Child Spirit. The most common one you'll see involves hover boots, and you like do hover slide, so you do a super slide and then equip hover boots. But you're seeing another one right here. The joy of OOT setups. Do like 6 minutes of Cirque du Soleil to do a clip. Yeah, it's a bad crash. If I remember correctly, what's happening is that the devs just didn't program a like getting burnt animation for the white bubbles. And so when it tries to pull that animation, the game just crashes.
Nice.
Thankfully, they only occur in and they only occur in vanilla OT in that one room.
This looks pretty similar to the setup for the adult side. You just have to do a mega flip instead of a jump. Nicely done.
There you go. Nicely done.
Dotzo, handling like a champ. Man of a million setups.
And it's probably worth mentioning, as we're saying, that there's probably another weird shot strat that you do that would probably be easier than this. But an important thing for DDR is mostly do what you're comfortable with doing. If it wastes a little bit of time, it'll still be better. It'll still be better to have succeeded at first try than to take 20 minutes failing at it.
And there's your boss key.
There's the boss key.
Ooh, that
Shiro
was a spirit temple.
Shiro Y.
I'm curious if Requiem was vanilla or not, or where Requiem was, because damn. At least he didn't need to Din's fire. That would have been something if he came here without Din's for some reason.
I mean, I'm okay with it as a commentator because, it makes for some exciting gameplay and some fun tricks that we can point out. My heart, though, is not okay with this.
Oh, there's the last small key in GTG, I think. Dear Lord. Yeah, so I think at this point, even if Fanta finds Boomerang, it's gonna be too little too late. So it's just gonna take too long to get to Jabu. Nope, and unfortunately did not get paid off here.
Very unfortunate for him. It's one of the rare seeds where GTG has got garbage.
Yeah, that's insane.
Or it's in toilet.
Oh, as an item? Yeah, that's right. I mean...
Boomerang is in toilet.
He does have Song of Time, so he could grab it. That would be something. Yeah, we didn't have any GTG hints, but we just know it's not a small key. Yeah. Now we're going to see the back in time. Which is the right play here. I mean, realistically, like in a normal play, we're still sub 2 hours. This is not even a bad performance. It's just, unfortunately, Dotzo is zooming. Like, I think this is a reasonable time to go back in time. For all he knows,
Jen, a reasonable time
off being screwed. Oh, sorry.
Well, or if you're Jin, this is also a reasonable time to go adult for the first time.
Holy hell!
We love you, Jin. My guess is it really was like. Surprisingly, I think the thing that won this for Dotzo was Rudo's letter. Because finding Rudo's letter meant that he went to empty the bottle, and that's where he found the mirror shield. If I had to guess, what ended it being?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, if he hadn't gotten the lucky mirror shield play there, he would have spent a lot of time clearing stuff he did not know was Baron. For like Halia and Fanta would be in a strong position here, but unfortunately for Fanta, he got paid off with Mirror Shield.
The funny thing though is that they both found the Rudo's letter. Just Dotzo decided to go trade it in, whereas Fanta decided not to.
Yeah, I mean, and realistically, not turning it in was like not counting Mirror Shield, the right play as well, because he found another bottle later on that he was able to use for forests. So it's
Also,
just yeah.
I just noticed that enemy targeting color. Lovely. Very nice espresso color. The blue.
Alright, Dotzo finishing up his last dungeon. We're just gonna see him tower climb, and he's already got light arrows to finish it off.
So Fanta re-grabbed the fish. I thought he was going to be doing OI, rock rain items. Trick where you, like, if you have a blue bottle in your hand, you can backflip, press the bottle button, then press the different item, and it causes that other item to be played like an ocarina. Just be careful if you try that, though. There are some items that you can do that, and it will put a bottle over them, and you're permanently lost for the card. So just be safe. If you're trying it out, use a sword. Sword or stick are the two usual good bets.
Yeah, in that particular area, because you can't use sword or stick, you would have had to do put away OI. But pretty much everywhere else, you can just backflip bottle and then sword, or backflip bottle and stick.
Yeah, this is probably going to be a sub 2 for Dotzo, if I had to guess.
Yeah, he still does have to fight his way up the tower, so as long as he doesn't take a death, he's probably sub 2 here. Always use lens to OI.
Oh yeah, I think isn't lens one of the ones that if you OI with it, it gets overwritten? I think that is one of them.
Yeah, I think so. My personal favorite is to OI with a bomb.
That one's funny because your face becomes a bomb.
Yeah. The old no wrong warp route used to do that because you didn't have any other items to OI with. Or like your quips were weird, so you had to bomb OI. It was really funny. Toilet could have been basically anything other than. Oh yeah, it could have been basically anything. All we know was that it wasn't smoky. Yeah, could have been a boat.
Asder and I going for the same joke. Nice. Fun fact, I've never even seen an episode of Family Guy. Still know that meme.
Yeah, bottom of the wall could have been a reasonable play. Alright, Fanta heading for 3 songs now at this point, so we'll see if Requiem was on it. Or at least we'll the first 2 until Dotzo finishes up. I can't imagine Fanta wanting to finish up the seed once Dotzo's done.
Yeah, especially if you're still missing an item. Probably not. If you've got an item, maybe.
Yeah. In a 1v1, I usually would only finish if I'm, like, in the tower go mode.
We could have that 4v4 where you and someone else finish within, what, a second of each other? It was great.
Yeah. With, I think it was Meme versus Mr. Mario, where it was like we both entered Dwarf at the same time. Good times.
And I think it was literally like one of you pressed A to jump slash to beat Ganondorf, and the other one just hit B, and that made a difference.
Yeah, and I think I had a slightly slower fight. But so I was like ever so slightly behind and then didn't. Like, I also jump slashed. Because I, like, take my hand off the controller to dot on. Yeah, Requiem is, whatchamacallit, would be reasonable to find. What song did he get on that? I honestly didn't even see. Oh, it was Requiem? That's annoying.
Oh, he's going bottom of the well.
Hey!
And using the correct method to enter bottom of the well. So we're mentioning, the Cuckoo Dive we were mentioning earlier, if you get ISG, you sort of instantly stabbing. So when you pick up a chicken, you are pissing off that chicken hardcore. And the second you put it down, it's going to start the cutscene of it trying to murder your face. So what you can do is position yourself so you're right next to the well, then backflip in. And during the cutscene of the chicken trying to murder your face, you just ignore water physics and go straight down to the bottom.
Yeah, it's the same application as Navi Dive, but in a more fun way. And doesn't need Navi.
Yeah, unfortunately, because it's the tournament, we have to generate with no spoiler logs, so we unfortunately don't have the ability to generate race seeds because it's on dead branch. So the only way we know is if you try it out.
Yeah, we'll see some of the bottom wall checks here.
Thanks for stopping by, TJ. Good luck with scrubs.
Alright, Dotzo handling Dorf, not a problem at all with ISG. And down we go into the Ganon fight.
I should easily sub to this.
And if Fanta finds... If he finds Ring down here, this is going to hurt so much. If he finds it before Dotzo finishes. Yeah, honestly, I don't think Fanta really did anything wrong here. I think it was just kind of rando luck of the draw. I think both players played extremely well.
This was a fantastic match with lots of cool glitches too. It's a very sharp contrast to yesterday, where yesterday was extremely good match with less glitch heavy, and you kind of see the two extremes of DDR of very solid routing and good execution, or just insane number of glitches with also fantastic execution. So very cool weekend for DDR seeds. And no fire alarm this time, so I mean, that's good.
Yeah, always a plus. Not having your building being at risk of burning down. Alright, Dotzo handling first phase, not a problem at all. We'll get the free hit here going into second phase.
Yeah, he got through it and it didn't even phase him.
Heyo.
After get that last one in before you're done.
That was a little risky.
That was terrifying.
He's got plenty of health, but he can take a hit or two here, but that was a little scary.
Yeah, but if he takes a hit, then the no-hit challenge is dead.
I think that's long since passed, Ollie. I think we've taken a few hits to seed.
Close enough.
Only a little
bit. You missed a little bit.
Just a tiny little bit.
Just a bit.
Oh, there's your scale.
Nice old scale.
You didn't miss scale. GG for Dotzo.
GG
156. Dear Lord.
Official time is 1:56:03. That is some GGs.
Hello?
GG, Fanta?
Yeah.
GG, Fanta.
Weird one for me. Bored super hard. I'm interested to see if it was something in fire.
No. Fire had a strength.
Yeah, I figured there was a strength in fire.
Yeah.
The other two strengths were both strength locked. GG.
GG, Dotzo.
GG.
Hello, thank you.
Very good match from both of you guys. It's very, very fun to watch. Tons of glitches, which was fantastic. Yeah, so overall, it ended up being making the difference. When it seemed like right at the beginning, Dotzo decided to empty out the Root of Butter, and diving minigame had the mirror shield.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that does it then.
Yeah, so I got that, and I'm like, okay, I'm either really, really ahead, or we're tied. At which point, later in the seed, when 3 dungeon boss keys were in, like, the worst possible location, and I'm just like, well, I either win by 10 minutes or lose by 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was crazy, because at that point, Fanta was... I mean, if Fanta had found the Rang somewhere in that route, he would have pulled ahead for being able to do Jabu faster than Spirit.
But, yeah, that was just going through my mind the whole time.
Yeah.
I couldn't find
I'm not sure if you ever. I'm not sure, Dotzo, if you ever saw the the Baron Lake Hylia hints.
No.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have seen them obviously before clearing Lake Hylia. That would have been another thing. Like, oh, what if you didn't do Lake Hylia?
Mm.
Oh yeah, and Fanta. So I'm just curious. You went to Forest Temple at one point, and then you ended up not being able to clear it because it was like strength locked. And then you opted to kind of leave. Was your plan that you're hoping to come back there with like hover boots to be able to do the clip to the basement, or were you just resigned at that point to do the pose?
Ideally, yeah, I would have had hover boots, but I didn't find them until after, unfortunately. I was considering just save scumming the whole dungeon, but I couldn't remember if I'd saved after doing the basement. Then I could have just loaded the elevator again, but which would have saved me quite a bit of time in this seed.
And this seed, all of the BK placements, I think, for like basically every of the medallion dungeons suck. For like the ones that, obviously, Deku doesn't have a BK, but for the other three were terrible.
Yeah,
the
funny part was too is like every time I found it, or when I went into every dungeon, I was like, all right, I could jungle jump, and that feels like the right thing to do, but I don't have hover boots, so screw that. And then when I went into Shadow, it was like, I should check the back first, even though I don't have Ferora's Wind, because that feels right, and then I didn't do that. And then when I went to Spirit, I'm like, I should do Child Spirit, that feels right, and then I didn't do that. I could have finished this like 20 minutes earlier.
And then I love how we saw the water hint for BK and River. It's like, okay, great. Also a terrible spot.
And it's also a stone, so it's just completely worthless.
Yeah.
And of course, Way of the Hero, stone fire, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, that hurt a little bit. And like,
Thankfully,
that has to be a strength.
And thankfully, it was like, I think it was the basement had it, like the BK spot. If it was in Deep Fire, that would have been even worse.
Yeah, can we talk about the fact that there's only one Way of the Hero in this whole seed?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that.
There
was
literally
just only one Way of the Hero.
Was there a double DC opportunity, by the way? I wasn't counting them, but I think
I only found two.
I think I only found two as well. But, I mean, potentially.
Yeah.
A hammer and bow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was curious where that boomerang was. I checked basically every dense location in the game.
Yeah, like, I feel like you made the right choices there, it just kind of didn't get lucky with the placement.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, Rando's gonna be Rando.
Yeah, it happens.
And we also appreciate you did the correct way for entering bottom well at the end there. So we appreciate that, as always.
Did you enjoy my bongo soft lock? That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
That was unfortunate.
Oh, did you soft lock Bongo?
Yeah, I jumped down like a few frames early, so the cutscene and he got hit at the same time.
Bummer.
Not that it made a difference really in the seed. So I probably never would have gone to the main.
Apparently, someone in chat is gonna rang hunt for us.
Oh, also, Princess Kate, if you're doing that, can you also verify for us if you find any other Way of the Hero hints? Because we suspect there might not have been any other Way of the Hero items, which can happen.
There's either another Way of the Hero hint, or we're missing a foolish hint. Because there were definitely 6 sometimes hints.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it would make sense to not have the second Way of the Hero, because there weren't many items that were Way of the Hero. The 2 other strengths were strength locked, light arrows were basically sphere 0, so you can't get an item to require to get it. And most other items weren't needed twice, I don't think.
Yeah, it was just strength, I think. That was actually, yeah. The interesting thing about DDR is like 99% of the time it's a strength Way of the Hero. just ignore it. There's no point doing it.
That is indeed why we use the named items, as Way of the Hero not infrequently is bait. Though if you can figure out what it is and it's something good, it can be really strong.
I'm not sure if it's just like a side effect of the 5 medallions required, just because if you need like the Wear Hero for 2 dungeons, then it's probably going to be a strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big reason for it.
Strength is needed logically for a lot of dungeons, so it does make sense.
Yeah. Spirit, Deep Fire, Forest.
Shadow.
Shadow Forbid.
Well, potentially Shadow in this case, yeah. The Shadow strength was strength locked.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, the one in Shadow, and then the one in Forest as well was strength locked.
Not gonna lie, I can't tell you where the one in Forest was. I was ignoring like all items after I entered Forest.
I think it was the one in the checkerboard. I think, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah, we loved you getting the boss key on the first Poe and then just hopping down into the stop-loss room and leaving.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's like perfectly located.
I was tempted to
nerds.
do cannons as well before, which would have given me hover boots. And
Hover boots were Ganon. I'm so mad now.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
on the BK
Oh, of course.
which was, of course, the last one everyone checks. We were
And what-
so nervous. We knew there was an item in there. We're like, could that be Rang? Like, it would make sense to be Rang.
I was thinking magic.
that's what I was hoping
Yeah.
for, but no luck.
If it was Rang, like if Fanta would have been ahead. I think by that point, not terribly ahead. Even though we know that Spirit
It would've been
Temple
close.
BK was terrible. It would have been very, very close either way.
I think I would.
Yeah, I think
But yeah, if it was in there, I would have got rang at like 1 hour 30 or something. So I did quite a lot after Ganon's.
Yeah, I think it would have been. You guys probably would have been in the tower at the same time, but Fanta probably would have been ahead.
No Serenade.
Yeah.
It wasn't though, so
Yeah, unfortunate.
I will
But
say
still, it
this
was
is,
a fantastic match.
yeah, I will say this is the first time I think I've ever done a rando seed where I never hatched the egg. I literally still have an egg in my inventory.
Now you can make it. Now you can make an omelet. Perfect.
Oh boy.
yeah, I think I just
Already-
pressed the wrong song at some point.
Yeah, I already kicked him multiple times. Don't worry, from this
Yep.
channel for all of these jokes.
Yeah, they've been suffering for it for like 2 hours.
But yeah, this was quite a match and a rematch that definitely lived up to the hype. To see you guys battle once again from where we started in the very beginning of the tournament. So GG's Fanta. This was really tough, and I have to say it's kind of ironic that it came from a mirror shield, since like free shields are things that I find in my seed all the time. But yeah, and the other irony, and I asked this of chat, is this seed was basically decided by Rudo's letter, the one item that we all collectively hate, because Dotzo went to go hand it in to get a free bottle.
And,
So-
and the bomb bag, actually. Because I wouldn't have
And
gone that way without the bomb bag.
Yeah, so this may be up there with the double bows and Foolish Shadow that we started out with. This was not a fun seed.
I
But
probably would have handed that in if I didn't find the big pearl bottle, because I would have wanted a bottle for Forest. So
yes,
Oh, yeah.
added insult.
yeah. But you guys played admirably. Your execution was absolutely amazing. As Dobby said earlier, we got to see a lot of glitches that we don't normally get to see, compared to especially yesterday too. So definitely well played. And it is unfortunate that this is the end of the tournament for you, since this was a losers bracket semis. But we hope to see you continue in like the DDR community, and also in bingo too. Come back to bingo.
It's between tournaments next year.
Only plays when it matters.
Pretty much.
Well, also then we're having a DDR Blitz tournament in about a month, so stay tuned for that.
Spoilers.
Well,
Wow.
it'll be announced after things happen. But yeah, I didn't say anything. Cubs don't come after me.
Yeah, she didn't say anything live on
eventually.
Yes. And GG Dotzo, For winning the rematch, you will continue on to battle Sora in the losers bracket finals to see who will make it to beat Sage in the grand finals, or compete with Sage. I mean, not beat, but like who will win between the two of those. We are nearing the end of this tournament. My brain just doesn't work anymore. So yeah. And TJ had left the chat earlier. However, right now the Scrub Central are having their bracket reveal stream for season 3 of their tournament. So let's go. Wait. Oh, Hester. You know what? Words are not my strong suit, even though English is my first language. So I have nothing more to elaborate on that. Anyway, let's go give Scrub Central some love. If you are interested in getting into Rando, it doesn't have to be DDR either. But it is a little intimidating. There are a lot of execution-based techniques that you can still learn. Scrub Central is a very good entry point to be around players in your own skill level, and they're also learning. And if you are interested in learning glitches, please definitely join the Discord, talk to us in the DDR channels. We are more than happy to provide assistance in learning. We do have a weekly every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. I think 3 p.m. UTC. Don't ignore me. I was counting on my fingers because it'll
change soon anyway. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but definitely get involved in the community. We're happy to help, and we look forward to the remaining 2 or 3 matches left of this tournament. Any final thoughts from our restream team, commentators, our runners as well? I'm going to do all of the Twitch plugs in chat while you guys converse.
Just once again, to shout out to all of the volunteers that we have, the trackers, the both members also of the tournament that are hopping in here. We've got Azure, as well as Shira, who are the both members of the tournament, as well as Shira being the restreamer, and Keymaker, my co-com for today, also part of the tournament. So huge shout outs to everyone.
Yeah, thank you for having us. And I know there were a couple people I saw in chat that were interested in learning some glitches. So if you are, feel free to stop by the DDR channels on the Rando Discord. There's one in there that's I think, do we have there's at least a discussion channel, but feel free to hop in and hang out or ask how to do some stuff. And there's usually some people around who are more than happy to help out and teach.
Yes, well said. Alright, and with that, we will go send a raid to Scrub Central, and bring some hype. Get your whatever hype emotes you have in chat as they have their bracket reveal. Thanks everyone for hanging out with us today, and we look forward to seeing you guys at the next bracket stream. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks for the restream.
Anytime.
See ya.